Megan's gonna do the warm-up up here for us. It's Rosie's birthday today.
Happy birthday.
She's 18.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rose.
Happy birthday to you. It's yours. Oh, brother.
Disgusting.
Oh, look at you. You use different colors like me. Oh, thanks, Megan.
I like the dead. It keeps my brain intrigued because I never know what color's going to be next.
Ty.
Sorry, Tracy's just making me. Stop.
Why did you do that?
Seriously, Davis.
What?
What do you?
No.
It would never be Clara or Rosie or Wyatt. It had to be you that threw that. Everybody else at the table is perfect little angel. I know. I know I'm wrong. All right.
So, Mama, you're the devil.
The reason I like you.
You two stop with your movie quotes.
The reason I like you.
Trey. All right, so is this an observational study or an experiment? It's an observational study because nothing was altered. No treatment was imposed. We have to impose a treatment for it to be an experiment.
What's the treatment again?
Anything that you change. So if they had people and they forced some people to use a cell phone and some people not to use cell phones, then it'd be an experiment because they forced it.
That's the treatment is making them use cell phones.
Yeah, or not. But here they just observed these people have brain cancer. We're going to match them with people who don't. Is there a difference between their cell phone use? So this is observational. Walking around, a lot of you that actually did the warm-up had an answer similar to Megan. So I asked her to put it up here. You said yes, because there are many other factors like genetics, external factors. And I would agree, but I would say that means that the answer is no. There are other factors that come into play. So when the study says that it's not going to be associated with the risk of brain cancer, we know there's all these other things that come into play, so we can't take the conclusion that the study gives us. So I would agree with her because statement.
So is it yes or no?
It's no, because there are other factors that come into play. We can't just take what they tell us because it was an observational study, not an experiment.
So we have to like have.
You just, what you said was good, but it's no, because it's an observational study. If it was an experiment and they gave us a conclusion, we can accept it. But observational studies, there's so much they're not taking into account that we can't really, we can say there's an association maybe. All right, today I'm going to teach you guys how to design an experiment, a good one. We talked about some of the terms that come with experiments last time, but this time we're actually going to design one. So, when you design an experiment, you must always use random assignment tray. So much so that that phrase is so common that even your book will use RA as an abbreviation. So if you see RA, that stands for random assignment. And that's going to help us assign experimental units to the treatments. It means we have to use some sort of chance process, whether we use table D to randomly pick numbers, whether we use our calculator to pick numbers, whether we flip a coin, roll a dice, anything that's a chance process can be used to do the random assignment. When the treatments are assigned to all the experimental units completely by chance, we have what is called a comparative randomized design. A control group provides a baseline for comparing the effects of all the treatments. I will ask a question about control groups on your test. Why do we have a control group? Why is a control group beneficial? Provides baseline data to compare with. We don't always use control groups. Sometimes if there's multiple treatments, we don't need a control group because we can compare the different treatments together. Sorry. I was waiting for you guys to finish writing so I can move it up. And we're gonna... That was an unusual sound.
Run.
Don't
worry. Run.
I'm gonna go check it out. That's the
Why are you locking the door? Peek.
That's ultimate.
Look.
I'm not sticking my head out.
At least look through the window. I'll look through the window for you.
No,
There's only two.
You open the door.
Only two?
Yeah. We're just going to leave that locked. All right.
Are you sure you're
Why
gonna
don't you
look through? I
look?
can
How are
look
you
through.
not?
You can go look.
Yeah.
Don't stick your head out.
No.
Why?
Why
I'm
not?
not gonna get shot, Miss Whittle.
Alright.
Straight.
Stop.
Sit down.
Some people probably just dabbing each other up. Really
Trey.
loudly. Wow.
Ty. Come on.
No one up there.
Sweep the house.
So sweet.
He's like,
Whoever they were.
Don't worry, we got this.
All right. Now we're going to design one. Can I move it up?
yes.
Okay. So remember last time...
Oh god.
You can finish writing in a minute. All right. So, we're going to use that SAT prep class idea again. I like to come back to the same examples if you haven't figured that out. So, let's say that North decides to offer it again. We're going to offer two formats, online, classroom, teacher. The counselors want to know which teaching method yields the higher SAT scores, so they let me set up an experiment, because who else would they let set up an experiment but me? Right? 50 students have signed up to take some form of the SAT prep class. We're going to make what is kind of like a flow chart. At least I think it looks like a flow chart, but it's a math experiment. So we're going to start with our 50 students. Don't put it in the middle. We are going to put a little bit of writing down here, so don't put it like directly in the middle. Put it a little higher. We're starting with 50 students. What is the very first thing I told you that every good experiment has?
Random assignment.
Random assignment. So the very first step is to be random assignment. If you don't have that in your experimental design, when I give you a test, you're going to lose credit. I know. Then we're going to take our 50 students. We're going to break them into two groups because we have two formats, online and classroom teacher. Really, Trey?
I don't know why it's making that noise.
All right, now we have 50 students broken into two groups. That means how many in each group?
25.
25, yes, 25. Now, sometimes it may not be an even number, like in the next example, it's not going to be an even number. Sometimes it'll tell you that you're supposed to put this many into that group and this many into that group. If it doesn't specify, try to make it even, but if it's an odd number, like, I don't know, 37, you're due 18 and 19. So try to make it even, but sometimes you have odd numbers and you can't put half a person in a group. Group 1 is going to get treatment 1, which I guess I'm being a little redundant. I put online. I'm going to rewrite it here again. It doesn't matter which one is called treatment 1 and which one is called treatment 2, as long as you have both of them covered. And then treatment 2 is classroom. And then at the end, we're going to compare their SAT scores. Now, I told you to leave space because anytime you design an experiment, you have to explain your random assignment step. So we actually have to do some words and sentences that explain how we would randomly assign these 50 students. You can use any type of chance process that you want. So we could say we're going to flip a coin. We could say we're rolling a die. We could use table D, or I like to describe it with a calculator because to me that's the simplest. So we have our 50 students. We need to label each of them with a number, 1 through 50. It is. I know, I kind of like it. You and Trey and Colton are silent for once. It's unusual.
You're gonna say that and then I'm gonna start like.
I know, right? I jinxed myself. I should have just been like okay with it. Now, when we say we're going to label students, we have to specify how we would label them. So we're going to label them alphabetically by last name. You could label them alphabetically by first name. It really doesn't matter as long as you describe how you would label them.
Wow, I'm hard to focus. Yeah.
Trey, sit and write. Then I'm going to say that I'm going to use my calculator to pick 25 numbers between 1 and 50, ignoring any repeats.
What? Take a picture, it lasts longer.
You spelled choose wrong.
Did I?
You put chose.
Still use.
Ugh,
That is a big word.
choose. There. Thank you.
Alpha. I would say 80.
Now, those 25 numbers I get go to group 1. The remaining 25 are going to go into group 2. I was so worried about how to spell alphabetically that I didn't even think about choose and chose. I know the difference. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Didn't mean to move it.
What if we were all making fun of that sound, but it was like a real expression?
You couldn't
I
look
was
at a whole.
really
it would still
delayed,
be there.
Colton. Really
Well,
delayed.
I'm still thinking about that.
That's not how it done sounds.
Some of them do.
No.
Yeah, what if he's got a... What if he's got
Sound like someone gets
spanked?
spanked.
Where's that Nerf gun?
That's not even what it sounded like.
No, my 22 sounds like that.
That's not what it sounded like.
Oh, it's
All right,
just shut your mouth.
back to math. Do we need a control group?
Shut up.
What?
No,
No, why not?
we have to.
We have 2 treatments. All right. Questions about the design, the explanation of the random assignment, any of that? All right, you guys get to do one now.
Is orange just not?
Yeah, Ashley. All right, on the back side, I'm going to read the situation. Music students often don't evaluate their own performances accurately. Can small group discussions help? The subjects were 29 students preparing for the end of semester performance. That is an important part of their grade. Assign 15 students to the treatment, videotape a practice performance, ask the student to evaluate it, then have the student discuss the tape with a small group of other students. The remaining 14 students form a control group who watch and evaluate their tapes alone. At the end of the semester, the discussion group students evaluated their final performance more accurately. I broke it down a little more for you. So 1, outline a completely randomized design for this experiment. That's the flowchart part. 2, describe how you carry out random assignment. That's this paragraph part. Then tell me what the purpose of the control group is. You got this, Caleb.
Caleb, you're doing great. I was complimenting you, okay? hate was not needed.
It wasn't though.
Whoa, 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 whoa! That's what I'm saying.
Whoa!
Don't think it in that bad though.
It's a bit boring.
Not really.
Vault is boring.
Not really.
Oh, okay, sorry.
You literally just smack a ball as far as you can.
Smack. You just smack it, Shy? You're a good old smack.
Bro, I am him.
Whoa. Brother, this guy's stupid.
Don't mind me screwing.
Trey.
He's blowing me.
Get my head off.
Is it done?
I really wonder how I got them all in the same grade.
Stop back.
You're happy about it.
It's,
Am I?
It's great fun.
could you imagine this class without any of us?
Yeah, it sucked.
No, especially not without Caleb. Can't imagine class
Why?
without Caleb.
Because he brings down the mean.
No.
Wow. Caleb is so nice.
More
He's an
like,
outlier in the day. Not a good way though.
more like Trey brings down me.
No, I
Trey's an outlier.
last year you did. Yeah, last year I did. I was probably at the very bottom. I had like a 12.
Why do you call them treatment 1 and 2?
Because it's
Because there's a treatment for imposing.
Yeah, bro, I've been doing it.
So you can
Well, in this one of them is the treatment. Where's the number 15? Assign 15 students to the treatment. The remaining 14 former control. So treatment control. Or, sorry, you have it back. Yeah, I had it backwards from what you had.
Wait, is that 22? No, it's in the You dropped that. That was sick. Did you see that? Watch. You dropped that.
I would like you to do
I'm trying to
your
focus
math.
on that.
Focus your math. Focus your math. Why do you glare at me? Because what math am I? I'm not going to do calculus. That's the only other math.
Shut up. My nose.
So I said, why would you guys do?
You didn't take math last year?
You know,
So you need it.
no, after algebra 2, you don't need any more math.
Why are you doing that, man?
Yes.
Don't take me
Ask me a
serious.
question if I got it right.
Bro, you did a set.
Of course she did, it's Maggie.
Maggie.
Suck it off somewhere.
Hi, Dylan.
Wait.
No, that's good. Trey?
How do you make those paper walks? How do you know how
I'm trying to do my math.
Will, I have a question.
I know, but I have to yell at you.
Tend to these modules.
You need to do your math.
I have a question after.
Say, have like, they already have like, what?
Yes. On this page, we called it treatment 1 and 2 because we were looking at treatment. Here it says 15 towards the treatment, 14 on the fire. So technically you would have treatment. Not treatment.
You gotta hold the tip.
Oh, that's right.
Put your fingers in the tip tray.
I like how you answered number 3 too.
Like the sharp part.
No, I'm being serious. Because you don't need the other two.
Oh,
It's
shut up, come.
Should I cut?
Shut up, come.
I'm not a
Shut
dog.
up, come.
I'm going crazy right now. Like, I feel like I'm levitating. What? It's the don't taco. I think that's what it is. The girl was looking at me funny in the register. She tried to put me in the wash.
So it's 29.
You're right. 29 students. Right. And then you do arrows. Group 1, group 2. I have it. 50 seconds. And 2 more arrows.
Yeah?
15 do a small group discussions, 14 do it alone.
How would I carry this out? How would I?
Just like we did on the previous table. But it would be 1 through 29, not 1 through 1. And then I would pick how many are in group 1.
Oh, I forgot the
Group study, and there's 15 minutes.
So I would get 15 numbers, ignoring repeats.
Whoa!
Why not 29?
I'm gonna have you.
But why did we
Man,
have 15?
shit.
Because there's 2 different groups there too, right?
Shit. Not even funny. Stop! What is this? What is that?
Davis, you're gonna do number 2.
Oh, heck no. I thought you were going to say that.
I can do two.
Yeah, he can do two.
No, you can't. You really can't.
That's why I look at that paper. My pencil works, but you wouldn't.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just
I was
gonna show you that I
reading-
didn't write it.
You could be in trouble. Throwing the bag.
Yeah. How do you do it again with the calculator?
These are very minimal.
Yeah, See, that's what
Are you here?
I'm not asking you what you're gonna do.
You're gonna do it.
I'll be here now.
Huh?
I'll be here now.
Why are you guys here?
Wait, what? I asked, are you here because you don't want to go?
They said, yeah, it's I'm in class, so I don't want to go home.
Oh, it's not bad.
Wait, how do you?
Oh my.
How do you do it again?
Sorry.
Seriously? You two are gonna get mad at her.
I didn't do anything. That was all I.
I just come to fix the mistake.
Right?
Nice.
He's never gonna do it.
It's not.
It's good.
If you put a staple in the tip, it works even better.
Whoa!
So
Whoa!
like actually though.
Hey, yo!
Like this?
Yeah.
Push your arms up. Go.
Go.
Go. Go, Jay, go.
Your pressure.
Oh.
Put a staple
Alright.
in the tip. Is it my turn this one?
Hold on. I want to state a couple things about Allie's answer. There were some, no, it was beautiful. There were some of you that put treatment 1, treatment 2. I'm not going to be really picky about that, but treatment 1 is...
Oh no! Hi.
Treatment 1
Check the window first.
Trey.
Check the window first.
Oh, that's hot.
treatment
You can jump.
2
You can
Did you
dunk.
look
Yup.
up
It's
before you
the
did it?
control group. Trey, sit down.
Trey can dunk. Trey can dunk so he can get it.
Sit down.
Yeah, Trey sit down.
No, it's okay. I like them in my ceiling. Sit down.
Oh, you do?
I do.
I didn't know.
No, it's okay. So if you put treatment 2, that's okay, but technically it's a control. It even says that up here. The remaining 14 students form a control group.
Is it always gonna like tell us?
I'm not going to say for sure because I have not seen every type of problem out there, but usually it will specify if there's a control group. Where like here, there was no control group and it didn't say treatment 1 and treatment 2, it just said formats. But I'm pretty positive that if it wants a control group, it specifies it. But I haven't seen all the types of problems out there, so I can't say for sure. All right, also at the end, notice she said compare final performance evaluation. I don't think any of you did this, but yesterday in 3rd period, a lot of them took the last sentence that said the discussion group evaluated more accurately and put that there. That's not part of our experimental design. They just gave us the results. But the experimental design is to compare their evaluation. All right, Davis. Did you say yes? That's my name?
Yeah.
Good.
You made me wait, and I did that.
Throw it away. For the game winner. Oh! Yeah. Drop. Ow!
Trey.
Ow!
No, what Trey, what I'm upset about is I just need you to sit. Sit and stay there for the next
How long do you
10
think my thing
minutes.
can stay up there?
Forever.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we leave it up there all year?
Yes.
I could be like, dang, remember that day that I like did that?
Yeah.
Let's put a
That'll be sick.
bunch in there.
Yeah. Can you do one more and I'll sit
No.
down the whole class?
We should
No.
color the whole
Then I won't
like
sit
grill
down.
thing.
I'll boycott.
Grill thing?
Yeah. That
Okay,
would look
then
sick.
go boycott in the back where you're not in people's way.
Yeah, I can't see the screen. I just see that.
I can't. She's watching. May I please have a sticky note?
No.
Caleb, it's sticky enough.
No.
Shut up. Shut up.
It's over.
Oh my gosh.
Trey, do I take the clothes up first?
Boom.
No, you don't take your clothes. Really work out.
All right. Shh, quiet down. Some of you on this step, you stopped after the pick 15 numbers and put them into group 1. It should be pretty common sense that the remainder would go in the other group, but you do need to specify. As I told Caleb the other day, when I grade your tests, I like to pretend that I'm dumb and I have no clue. So you need to make it really specific for me to understand. If there's any way that I could read it 2 different ways, you're not going to get credit. You have to make it really specific. So you need to say the remaining 14 go to group 2. All right. Kitiara is going to do the last one for us. Now, a lot of you had good answers to number 3, but I chose hers because, well, she used the definition, and I just liked it because why not? Made it nice and simple. Thank you. Control group is so we have a baseline to compare it to. A lot of you said, so we know if it's effective, we know if it's a good experiment. Yes, in theory, you're all saying, so we have something to compare to. I just liked hers because she went straight to that definition. Down below, I have 4 principles of experimental design. I promise I'm going to ask questions about this on your test. Yes, I am. I promise it'll be there. The first principle is called compare. We need to use a design that compares 2 or more treatments. That could mean 1 treatment and a control group. As long as you have 2 things, you can compare. You can have more than 2, but you have to have at least 2. Number 2 is random assignment. You need to use chance to assign experimental units to treatments. When you use random assignment, you create roughly equivalent groups that balances the effects of other variables among the treatment groups.
I'm not.
Did I say anything? Number 3
So hot.
is control.
Yes, it is. What does that say?
Chance.
Chance. Use chance, Ryan.
Keep other variables
That's a good one.
It's all you remember.
that might affect the response the same for all groups.
It says roughly.
Oh, yeah.
The last one
Variables.
is one that kids often misunderstand.
Dude, I'm actually like getting kind of sweaty. Not gonna lie.
The last one is replication. What is the word replication?
Repeat.
Replica. What does replica mean?
A copy.
A copy.
Okay, Ashley, way to interrupt.
Ashley, I am so proud of you for interrupting. All right, so replication, replica, a copy. People tend to think it means you have to be able to copy the results. That is not what replication means. Replication means that you use enough experimental units in each group so that any difference in the effects of the treatments
Holy fuck, guys, don't eat that
I don't think any of us were actually
can be distinguished from chance. What this is saying is that the bigger the sample size, the better.
Okay, I can't. I'm freaking out. I can't take it. You know when you like can't take your shirt off and start like,
No.
I think. Do it like this.
You have to like push really hard.
Oh dear Lord.
Back. Bounce back.
It's just gonna flop
Go,
around like
try.
that. Oh, that was better.
See, that was better. Mine was better.
And he fixed his grade for first quarter at AP Stats, on track to not do so well second
I actually
quarter.
understand this.
bruh.
Thought I T-posed. Stick with the grill thing.
All right. one more thing to talk about. I'm really sad because yesterday when I was teaching this lesson to third period, I went to load the video that I had to go with this part of the notes, and it's gone.
Gone?
It's gone.
Good.
Like,
How's it just gone?
that's what I want to know. They say that when you put anything on the internet, it's there forever, right? Well, it's gone. I can't find it.
You made it?
No, I didn't make it. There was some video about placebos.
Oh, placebo.
Yeah. All right. So, some experiments give a placebo, which is a fake treatment, to the control group. That's to help prevent confounding due to the placebo effect. The placebo effect is where some patients get better because they expect the treatment to work even though they receive an inactive treatment.
Tic-tac.
What?
Like tic-tac.
Or a sugar pill. Sugar pills.
Oh, so it's just like a mental, like,
Yeah.
The placebo
Psychological.
like
The
what is it?
placebo effect is psychological. They
Wait.
like if they're testing a new drug, they'll randomly assign some people to get the new drug and some people to get the placebo, the fake treatment. But if it's like a pill,
Mr.
yes,
Bellsberg taught
they
us.
do that. If it's like a pill, they'll give the real pill to the people who got assigned that. They have to give a fake pill. That's why you sign waivers. They have to give a fake pill to the control group so that the control group doesn't know they're the control group. So that's where the placebo comes into play. When you do an experiment, you don't want the experimental units to know which treatment or placebo they get. If you can keep the experimental units from knowing, your experiment is single blind. What's even better is if you can keep the experimental units and the experimenters from knowing who's getting which treatment. If you can do that, the experiment is double blind. Double blind is better than single blind.
When?
In psychology. It was like the last test.
Regular psychology?
I don't know if he teaches it in intro.
You took this class. That's how you remember.
No.
Let me see.
But anyways, my video's gone, so now I'm done.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Wow,
How does that not go in?
you two are ridiculous.
Who?
Come on, Colton.
You got it? Oh my god.
It's gonna come down.
We finished one.